Hello, my name is Julia. Thank you for being here today. We're doing a pick-a-card reading on how you change the world. This could be anything from a butterfly effect, where one small act you did has like a domino effect on many different things, or it could be something more on how your world is changing, and that's creating a change in the world. Each pile will be different, I'm sure. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Today we have 5 piles. So let me get right into these piles. We have pile 1 with the Angel Aura Amethyst. Really beautiful. It's pile 1. Pile 2 with the Black Tourmaline. Pile 2. Pile 3 with this open cluster. It's a druzy. It's an open cluster. Quartz. Kind of quartz. I might have some smoky quartz in there. It's pile 3. Pile 4 with the rock crystal. Very beautiful. Pile 4, rock crystal. And pile 5 with the selenite obelisk. It's pile 5. Love selenite. Okay, so those are the piles. Timestamps will be in the description box and the comments, and I will see you at your pile. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the Angel Aura Amethyst, pile 1, this is your reading on how you change the world, or how your world is changing. Hi, pile 1. Okay, let's see what cards we got here. Okay. Alright, let me get these out. Just give me 1 second. Pile 1. By the way, in case I forgot to introduce myself, my name is Julia. Thank you for letting me be your tarot reader today. Okay. Interesting. I'm seeing a storyline here. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh. Okay. Twice. Wait, just 1 second, pile 1. Almost got these all out. Got more cards than any of the other piles. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Some exposure here. Okay. Alright. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So pile 1, there's some very specifics in the storyline I'm seeing here. I'm going to get right into it. So because I feel like there's such a specific storyline, there's a few things that came out, but up here at the top there's such a specific storyline that this pile might not be for everyone who chose it. So when I'm reading the specifics, if it's not resonating, then just pick another pile, or you can wait to hear what the rest of it is, and because some of it might resonate. But up here, this is a very, at the top, I'm going to tell you what I see right now, but it's very specific, so this might not be for everyone. I just have to put that out there. Okay, so what I'm seeing is, there's a couple of different ways of reading this too. I guess I'll try reading it both ways. You stopped, okay, this is why it's so specific. Alright, let me just say it. You stopped waiting on somebody who has, okay, there was somebody who had some like F-boy or F-girl energy, like a player, okay? And this doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman watching, male, female, and the F boy, F girl could be male, female. So it's however this translates for you, okay? But there seems to be, there was some kind of a player, F boy or F girl energy that you at one point were waiting on. It's like, it's probably somebody who was in and out of your life. Or just somebody who you know is a player. But it's like you knew this person was doing something in the dark. There was some kind of, they were working with people or doing something shady, it feels like, in the dark. And so you stopped waiting on this person because you knew it was like a waste of time. That you knew this person was up to no good, basically. And so you stopped waiting on this person because you knew it was like a dead issue. Because you knew that this person was doing things like they were doing some kind of shady business. There was a lot of stuff they were doing in the dark. They were working with shady people, doing some kind of shady business. They were up to no good. You knew this is probably going to end up leading them to having legal troubles. Or they're probably doing something that was breaking the law. They might have even been involved with some kind of a crooked authority. They might have even, this person could even be possibly a crooked authority. So instead you started passionately pursuing your own, like working on your own. So it's like instead of waiting on this person, the storyline I'm seeing is that you started to take affirmative action, I'm hearing. It's crazy. Like to pursue your own work, to work on things to bring balance back into your life. And somehow it's like you're bringing exposure. Something you did when you stopped waiting on this person and pursuing your own passionate beginning and bringing balance to your own life, somehow it brought exposure to some shady individuals or a crooked authority or this F-boy, F-girl player. I'm really right now trying to, there's like a whole storyline here. And this is causing a tower moment. Yeah. This totally knocked somebody off their, it's like you knocked somebody right off their balance. You exposed something. You brought justice to a situation, whether you know this or not, by exposing something. You took the initiative to take action at doing something, and it somehow exposed some kind of shady business, and there might have even been some kind of crooked authority involved. And that's why I'm saying this is very specific and won't be for everyone. Some people I feel will pick this pile and it won't be, this part won't apply to them, but for whatever reason, somebody who's going to come across this is their storyline. I could feel it won't be for everyone, but that's okay. So, this caused a big tower moment. I don't know if you're fully aware of this. This caused some kind of a big tower moment for these people, or this crooked authority, or they're afraid of the authorities, or these people might have even been working with the crooked authority, because we have justice and then the King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords is often, it could be a lawyer, military, judge. It's normally some kind of authoritative figure. But it being in reverse, and it's like my intuition is being highlighted to these birds right here. It's like birds are messengers. It's like somebody talking to some kind of crooked authority or trying to get you in trouble with some kind of authority. They might, so it's like I feel like these people were doing some kind of shady business. There's just some shady individuals. And somehow this F-boy, F-girl was involved with them. And I feel like they might have been talking badly to the authorities, but somehow you took the initiative to do something and then it caused them to be exposed. You brought light to the situation. And this brought balance, and this was justice. This was fair. This was fair game. You were not in the wrong doing this, but it caused a huge tower moment for them. Knocked them all off their balance. We have the tower with temperance in reverse. These people were not having divine protection or divine guidance in whatever they were doing, because it was not the divine frowned upon it. Like there's no, like it would be one thing if, you know, they were doing a lot of things not in moderation too. These people are trying to keep a game face on. They are still trying to act like they're still the Knight of Wands. Everything's all good. Ha ha ha, everything's great. Yeah, no, you need to stop nothing. We're all still good. But no. No, 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 no. Truth be told, these people are in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever they thought they were being so successful or going to have success with whatever shady business they're doing, they're not. We have Nine of Pentacles in reverse next to the Six of Swords in reverse. They are not able to move forward. Things are not moving forward for them. Things are not getting better for these people. They are actually, truth be told, I mean, then next to that, the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. You might be sending somebody to jail. Whatever you did, expose somebody, and it might be sending somebody to jail. Somebody might be in jail right now. If they're not in jail, they are very trapped in their head and their thoughts. I think they're really thinking about whatever they did or whatever they were involved in. They feel very left out in the cold now. They've probably turned on each other, but there was some kind of shady business, and this feels like this F-boy, F-girl who was like a huge kind of like player energy. I mean, I can't help it. I mean, I'm sure they were. I'm sure this is somebody who really pursues their passions and gives in to the temptations of the flesh. We have the Knight of Wands twice. Yeah, one of them might even have, somebody in this mix might even have like a muscle car, you know, like one of those, a car with a loud engine. I can't help but notice, ding, you hear that little confirmation bell right there? Yeah. I can't help but notice in this Knight of Wands, he's like in a hot rod, he's revving those wheels, he's really showing out. These people were like probably really flashy, or at least one of them was, probably the F-boy, F-girl, somebody who's really flashy. This person, I feel like they didn't want to see you move forward and be successful on your own. They probably didn't want you to move forward, and that's really what they're going through now. I think at one point, or at multiple points in your interactions with this person, that they made you feel left out in the cold, and now this person feels very alone and out in the cold. Not just from you, but from many people. I feel that whatever this little crowd was, I feel like they've kind of turned on, not kind of, but they've turned on each other. I think there's a lot of distrust there. I think a lot of them are trapped in their heads because they're not sure what to do or how to move forward. Yeah. And then down here, you doing this has, the reason why this is a changing the world is because I think I might even call this reading the butterfly effect, because things like this create such a ripple. This is going to be a domino effect. This is going to stop. Ooh, this is crazy. I just heard in my head crime syndicate. You know, some kind of organized, you know, what do you want to call it? Gangs, sets, crime rings. Just a group of, or even a crowd of friends, crimies, people who are up to no good. This is stopping somebody, this is stopping their business, their work, their movement forward. This is stopping their bad behaviors. This is, and therefore, saving many other people from the effects of what these people do. I don't know to the exact details of what their shady business is, but and coming out next to the F-boy, F-girl, the first Knight of Wands out, we do have this Three of Pentacles, and ding, yeah, yeah, I don't know if you guys can even hear that ding, but yeah, I keep getting message dings. My guides are highlighting so brightly to me in this Three of Pentacles how the darkness, the black, you see how it's pitch black behind them? Things that are being done in the dark, meetings, work, shady business, shady people. There's a lot of secret meetings, you know, bad deals being made, conspiring. They're getting together for not good reasons. Things that they like to keep hidden. Yeah. And somehow you've done something that's exposed these people, and you're not waiting around for this person anymore. You stop waiting to hear back from them. You stop waiting on them. You realize this is going nowhere, I feel like probably you had some kind of connection to this person that, you know, when things are really passionate, it's really, you know, intimacy and flesh is a really powerful thing. It does a lot to people. Sometimes it can be so intense it makes us not think straight. It makes us sometimes think things are more than what they are. I know I have fell victim to that many a time. I've had many a player in my life that was just part of my karmic contracts in this life, was having to learn how to see beyond that and to let the people go when they were not good for me. To understand what was just a good time and what was actually good for me were two totally separate things, you know. But so this is someone who is, yeah, here for a good time, not a long time type energy. And they were definitely, I feel like, up to some kind of nefarious acts or just doing things that were not good. Things that were definitely not of the light. Shady business with shady people. And so you did something that exposed it. But ever since then, for some of you, this might not have happened yet. I'm hearing right now, if this isn't making sense to you right now, if you're thinking, okay, maybe this isn't my pile, actually, I'm hearing from my guides, actually, maybe it is. Because for some of you, this might not have happened yet. Some of you might be in the thick of it right now. I feel most of you are at the point where a lot of this has happened. Like a lot of it. And if this is your pile, I really feel like most of this has happened, and you'll have a good idea of what it is. If it's just really not resonating, just another pile, you know. But there's somehow you brought exposure. And this is bringing, and this ever since it's like this has brought more balance back into your life, more happiness. You are somebody of the light. You don't participate in, I'm hearing like muck, the dirt. It's like you're better than that. And it's like it's almost like, what's that saying? There's no honor amongst thieves. It's like, you know, these people do things that are no good. Why would you trust them? Because you know they're up to no good. So it's like only a matter of time that they're going to try to do something to you. They probably steal from each other. They probably get over on each other. You know what I mean? They're not on a high vibration. They're doing low vibrational things. Why would you bring yourself down to their level? But it seems to me you've taken a righteous stance in your life and stopped waiting around for this person. I think you probably were fond of this person, because at one point I feel like you were connecting with them and you were waiting around. But whatever happened that brought exposure to what was going on here, it's caused a huge tower moment in their life. This completely knocked them off balance. They're realizing they don't have, I feel, maybe the guidance or protection they thought they did. They might have thought they were somebody who was, you know, always making the right decisions, and that they had, you know, they might even believe they had, you know, people or spirits on the other side who were looking out for them. And at some point, I believe some of these people did. I just feel that when they started doing shady business with shady people, their spirit guides are like, well, we're going to have to let you get that karma then, because how else are you going to learn so you can evolve, right? So you are navigating, you've learned how to navigate your emotional waters. See the moon with this fish, and when I see this fish, I'm thinking of like the Pisces fish, age of Pisces, Jesus, you know, leaving on the, you know, on the back of cars, how they have the, you know, the Jesus, like little, it's not a sticker, but that little thing they put on the back, the emblem, you know, and it says Jesus in it with the fish. It's like it's almost like you're WWJD, what would Jesus do? And I'm not saying that if you're watching this, you have to be a Christian or a follower of Jesus, but it's like you're making the decision to, it's almost like lead by the heart, follow your heart. And you're letting your intuition guide you to get away from people who are sly. See the fox here? You're also learning how to be quick on your feet. Foxes are very smart. Foxes are extremely smart. A fox knows how to cover its tracks so that no other animals can follow their scent. Oh, sorry, I'm tapping a lot, but so that no other animal can follow their scent and follow their tracks. so that they can't be hunted themselves. But they're very slick, very sly. Sly like a fox. These people were really slick, really sly. I feel you had to be really smart. And because there was more than one person involved, there's like, feels like there was some kind of group, or at least a few people who were involved in doing something really underhanded, illegal. Yeah, they were really tricky. You had to, I think, at some point just learn how to navigate the situation purely through your heart's intuition. Listening to your inner guidance of this is what you do and this is what you don't do. You are, it says, and then we have here, moving on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. Yeah, you're moving on. This person's a waste of time. You're done doing that. You're not playing games with this person anymore. Cycles in reverse. You're breaking a cycle. This is how you're changing the world. You're breaking a major cycle. So it's for you, pile one. I'm feeling it. It's like on an individual and on a collective level. This is like you broke a cycle in your own, and on an individual cycle of your own, of waiting on some, it was like, you know, it seems like this person was in and out, and it's like you said, okay, I'm not going to go through this cycle with you where you act cool and you come in and out, and then like you make it seem like something is not, and I'm going to sit here and wait on you like a dummy. No, I'm closing this out and I'm moving on and closing out this cycle. And you've also broken a larger scale cycle that's going to be a very beneficial, I feel, on a collective level, because something you exposed has stopped some kind of shady business that was going down. And I'm hearing from my guides, it would have affected many other people in the collective had these people continued doing what they were doing. Whatever their shady business is, they probably have victimized people. It could be that they, you know, these could be people who participate in fraud, identity theft, regular theft, burglary. But there's, you know, drug dealers, there's something here that's, you know, some kind of involvement with possibly shady, you know, authorities. Oh, I got 2 dings on that one. I went ding ding. Yeah, so I really feel there's some, because especially with Justice and this King of Swords coming out reverse next to it, the way those words are, I really feel they had, it's like the reason I feel they weren't probably getting in trouble for a while or getting away with so much is I think they had like some kind of crooked authority that they were talking to, working with. Maybe 1 or 2 of them might have even been some kind of an informant, and they would keep themselves out of jail by going and telling on other people who were doing the same thing they were. Like, okay, well, I almost got arrested, so I'm going to go tell on this person so I can stay out, and then that gets rid of my competition or something, you know, something. They were just shady people, shady business. And you did something that somehow exposed these people. I don't know if it was that somehow it got it. Something got exposed here. And it stopped this from happening. These people cannot move forward. They all have somehow turned on each other. They're stuck in their heads. I feel with this, yeah, I mean, the way it went, you know, the 9 of Pentacles are reversed, 6 of Swords are reversed, 5 of Pentacles upright, and the next to the 8 of Swords, I feel somebody probably even ended up in jail, and that person probably feels really left out in the cold because no one's probably coming to help them. I mean, who were they expecting to come help them? The people they were doing shady business with? Or you, who they just kept leaving on the back burner. You know what I mean? So it's like, this needed to happen for them to hit their own rock bottoms so that they could maybe hopefully have some kind of spiritual awakening. And that's how your world is changing. This was a huge karmic cycle you broke and closed out by moving on and not waiting on this person. I feel like it's possible when you were a child, maybe you had some, this won't be for everybody, but maybe there's like issues about abandonment, because I know, I'll say it for me personally, people with abandonment issues, we like to cling on to people sometimes, because we're so, you know, that fear of abandonment, or we tend to like, or it goes 1 of 2 ways, or we'll tend to leave people before they can leave us. You know, there's something here that I feel it's touching on that too. But, yeah. Also, you chose the Angel Aura Amethyst. What makes it Angel Aura, I just wanted to share this, is that it's heat treated. That gives it all these beautiful colors. And it's reminding me of the Temperance card, which is also on the table. So I feel pile 1, it's like you've been tempered. You know, when it's like, it's kind of like when glass is tempered, like say like, you know, what is that, weatherproof glass or weathered glass or heat treated glass. It's like it makes it stronger so it doesn't break. You know what I mean? Like if you want how they do it to the car windows, the windshields, so it doesn't get the cracks. It's been tempered. It also burns out all the impurities. This situation tempered you. You are somebody who is much more balanced. You've done a lot of the inner work, a lot of the it's like it's polished you. This whole situation has polished you. Look at all the sparkles. Look at it's multifaceted. Look how it shines. This is also great for I've heard people too also call amethyst the sobriety stone because it's so good at purifying toxic energies, cleansing the toxic energies, you know what I mean, pulling out the toxic energies. It's good for spiritual protection as well. So I feel like this situation really brought out a new, it's like you shine differently now. You shine differently now. More people can see your light reflecting now after this situation. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. This is one of my favorite pieces. Pile 1, that's what I have for you today. This is how you're changing the world and how your world is changing. And this was really specific and a very interesting story, and I'm really proud of you. I am really proud of you for getting through this and for doing the right thing. So for that, thank you, Pile 1. This is where I'm going to leave you and take it to Pile 2. Thanks. Oh yeah, if you feel called to, please like and subscribe. I'd love to see you here again. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the black tourmaline, Pile 2, this is your reading. How you change the world, or how is your world changing? Okay. Okay, let me pull out all these cards and I'll tell you what I see. Okay. Interesting. I'm seeing a clear storyline already. Okay, let me pull out all these cards. Give me just 1 second, Pile 2. I'll tell you what I see here. Feeling of sacrifice. Oh yeah. A lot of these are very specific today. There's, a lot of sacrifices were made. You've made a lot of sacrifices. Okay. Alright, so let's get into this, Pile 2. Hi. So just like with Pile 1, I'm going to say the same thing. I'm seeing a very specific storyline here. So this might not be for everybody who picks this pile. It's just like with Pile 1. Because when I see things that are this specific, I just feel like it won't be for everybody. So if, as I'm reading into this, telling you what the storyline is I'm seeing here, if it's not resonating, that could be one of two things. Either one, it's just not for you, it's not your pile because it just got a really specific storyline that might only be for just a couple people, or two, it hasn't happened yet. So feel it out and You might want to pick another pile if it's not resonating, or you might listen because this might be a future event for you. Okay, so let's get right into it. So what I'm seeing two different things up here, both very specific. So let me tell you what I see. There was some kind of, some of you might have been in a marriage or a committed relationship at some point where there was a lot of arguing and fighting. This was very heartbreaking for you, but it feels like you kept still trying to give and give and give to this person, despite how like heartbreaking and how hurtful this situation was. It was becoming a lot to bear. It was a lot of burdens to bear, but you just still kept carrying all this weight, carrying all these burdens, because it was like you still just kept not giving, it feels like not giving up on this person. But it was just too much, there was just so much fighting. But it's like you still, it's like, feels like even though this person gave you a lot of slack, it feels like you still wouldn't give it back to them. Or it's like you wouldn't take it out on other people. I feel like this is something you lost a lot of sleep over, but still tried to hold it together to keep a happy family. If there was kids involved, then I feel like greatly you felt like you were making this sacrifice for the kids. Oh yeah, there's so many things that, so many opportunities I feel you missed behind this. And so many opportunities or things you didn't get to do that you wanted to do. Almost, it's like you sacrifice, either you sacrifice a lot for the kids, or you sacrifice a lot for someone else's happiness. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. I feel some of you might have now, somebody might have even left you, even left you with kids, and went and pursued another relationship, and they left you alone with the kids, and just went and did something else, and gave to someone else. And this was a lot of burdens on you. It would cause you to have to carry a lot of burdens, and I feel like you didn't tell a lot of people about how heavy the weight and the workload you were carrying was, and how much you were doing on your own. But you did it for your kids. I feel like heavily, I feel a lot of you in this pile are generational curse breakers. For some of you, this might even be that growing up, you watched your parents fight a lot. You watched them have a really, toxic relationship. Maybe their marriage didn't even last, for some of you. And you still grew up then to go ahead and still give in a healthy way, because you're a generational curse breaker, because you want to be able to, for your kids to have happiness and not have, like, it's almost like by your way of raising. There's somebody here who does, okay, there's two different things. It's that you want it, if you have kids, it's that you want your kids to have the happy childhood that maybe you didn't get because of having parents that were in a toxic relationship. For others of you, there's something you do that makes the world a better place because you do something for that's going to help children. You might be somebody who works with children. You might be somebody who, even if it's just that you go donate certain things to underprivileged kids, because next to the sun I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles, kids who are at a disadvantage. You might be somebody who's an advocate who speaks up for children or gives to children who are at a disadvantage. I feel for some of you this might not have happened yet, but the way you change the world for a lot of you here, though, I feel this very deeply, is you do something that makes the world a better place for children. You definitely do, especially for children who are at a disadvantage, who don't have a lot of maybe the other opportunities and privileges that some kids have. You do something that helps them. Some of you, I feel, have walked away from addictions. And that alone, let me tell you, that alone makes the world a better place. And I'm not saying by any means drug addicts are bad. I myself had years where I struggled with addiction. And, you know, I had to break free of those chains. And it was one of the hardest but most rewarding things I ever did. So, yeah. And you're very spiritual. You're very spiritual. Oh, your intuition's so on point. You've been through so much and seen so much ever since you were a child that there's like nothing you can't see through now. Pile 2. There's like nothing you can't see through now. Like, High Priestess next to the sun. Like, you see everything. And you see it very clearly. You see it very clearly. Like, if you were to say, and I know not everybody here will have kids, but let's just say if you do have kids, or pretend like if you did have kids, right? And you were to go drop them off at school, and you were to see, say, one of the kids walking alone with a certain look on their face, you would be able to know right away what that child was going through. You would know right away, like, oh, I could tell this kid has parents that fight, this kid has parents that are mean to them, this kid has parents that neglect them, this kid doesn't have parents that are play with them, or, you know what I mean? Like, you see everything and you have such a clear knowing. And I feel it's gonna, if it hasn't already started yet, at some point in your life, you're gonna do something that's gonna make the world a better place for children. I also feel that because you have some extremely strong spiritual gifts, and I feel that people have probably tried to prey on you because of your spiritual gifts. There's people, because we have the owl in reverse coming out next to the unicorn. The unicorn is mythical. I mean, look at the size of that horn coming out of their spiritual eye. It's that, I mean, with the sun and the High Priestess, your intuition is so freaking strong. There's so much you know. You can spot it. The owl in reverse, they can't prey on you because it's like you see right through them. You have spiritual protection. I'm seeing this as like a horn. The horn coming out of the spiritual eye is like a horn, like if they, you know, like how goats have, you know, their horns. It's like, it protects you. You have, I mean, yeah, and you chose the black tourmaline. You're heavily spiritually protected, which is also probably why we have the second chakra archangel Ariel coming out. You have an angel on the board as well. You have angelic protection. And next to, okay, so second archangel, okay. Because of everything you do and everything you've been through, you have so much spiritual protection. You're also getting at this time angelic guidance to create something. This is going to, I know when something like serious happens in one of my readings, because there will be like a little flitter like in the side like of my, I'm alone in this room, and I'll see it and I just know it's like somebody's spirit guide going real fast. Like, it's hard to explain. I probably sound crazy and that's okay. But yeah, this is on point right now. You're getting guided, you're getting angelic guidance to activate or balance out your sacral chakra, because you're going to create something, and this creation is going to remove any financial constraints in your life, as well as give you the opportunity to do something that's, I feel really, I'm really drawn to children. I feel like there's something that you do that's going to, I don't know if you're going to make a center, or if you're going to donate to, or do a nonprofit or an organization where you give to underprivileged kids or people, or create some kind of fund that's going to help, maybe even just for kids to go to school, or do some kind of coaching. You know, maybe you're just going to do like something extracurricular, like PTA at a kid's school, or go tell your story at a kid's school. But I really am getting this, really drawn to this. I keep seeing this child here in the center on the sun, playing all happy on this toy horse here. You know, I think I had one of those when I was a kid. It's crazy. I don't see that kids have these anymore. You know, you're those old riding horses and it's actually like on springs and like the little like metal stand. Yeah. But if it's not that, there's something you do where you're gonna be helping people who are who are underprivileged with financial constraints in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Swords. This is people who are underprivileged. You're gonna create something that's gonna help people, and it's gonna bring a lot of happiness to families. For a lot of you, this hasn't happened yet, so it might just sound like, oh yeah, it's another one of those readings. Mark my words. My cards never lie. Yeah, this is about people who have people who are at a disadvantage. You're going to do something that's going to help people who are underprivileged or at a disadvantage. It might, I feel like for a lot of you it sounds foreign now, but think about it. You're very spiritual. Why wouldn't you have angelic guidance to help you do something like this? You might have already started. Some of you might already have done it. But you are going to have a major impact of helping people. And you're going to show people how to navigate through being preyed upon and to work through disadvantages. You're also a generational curse breaker. You might even be helping children who come from homes with addiction in it. You've carried out so many, it's like you've made so many sacrifices in your life. And whether it's that you did it for a lover or a family, it's like you're divinely, you're going to be paid back for all the sacrifices you've made that ended up being like a disadvantage for you. And so now you're going to be paid back. You're going to be given angelic guidance to create something. This is going to, if you have any financial constraints, this is going to remove them all for you to the point where you're actually able to give to other people who are at a disadvantage and help them out. And this is a reward that's given to you for all that you've been through. Yeah. You've had, whether it was a lover or growing up in a family, but there was like just an environment where there was just so much fucking fighting. I feel it for somebody here. There was like so much fighting in this environment. Next to the Hierophant, it's like making me feel like an unhappy marriage, whether it's your own unhappy committed relationship or growing up in a family seeing that. And it was just so heartbreaking. But then here you are, still giving love. Still carrying so many burdens. And then the Eight of Wands is like, but not giving back. Eight of Wands is like movement. It's communications, but it's like you're not sending these burdens back out into the world. You just carry it. You're going to be rewarded for this. And it's also because the divine knows you'll do something that will help others. You have a keen eye. You can see the people who really need the help, and you know intuitively what they're going through and how to help them. This is how you change the world, and this is how your world is changing, pile 2. I know some parts were a little vague, but I hope this resonated. And if it, like I said at the beginning, it was really specific, and so if it wasn't your pile, my bad. But it needed to come out for somebody. So I hope it resonated. I'm going to go ahead and take it to pile 3. Thank you for coming by. In case I forgot to introduce myself, my name is Julia. Thank you for letting me be a reader. Hi, pile 3. If you chose this crystal, the crystal of Druzy, this is your reading, pile 3. How you change the world, or how your world is changing. I might call this one the butterfly effect. Seems like a couple of the piles, it seems like there's like a butterfly effect of things that happen as a result of other things happening. And let's see what we have for you, pile 3. Okay. Let's see, I'm just getting, oh boy. Okay, let me pull these cards out and I'll tell you what I'm seeing here. This is interesting. Okay, give me 1 second, pile 3. I'm going to pull these cards out and tell you what I see. Just 1 sec. They didn't want to be exposed. They were working to end something. Ooh, now that's interesting. Is that a wife? Wow, this is like another super freaking specific one. Okay. The wall. Okay. So just like the first 2 piles, pile 3, I've got to tell you, this is like so super specific. I said it in the first 2, so I have to say it for this one too. I don't know this is going to be for a lot of people because I feel like it's so specific. I'm not sure how it could be. So this just might not be the reading for a lot of people. I don't know, but I hope it resonates. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I see. But if this, because it is so specific, it feels, if it's not your pile, you could check out another one. Okay, because this is really specific. So I feel like, I almost feel like this would only be for 1 or 2 people, but let's go ahead and read it and we'll see if it resonates, right? Okay, so it feels like with the 3 of Cups, I'm feeling community, something in the community next to judgment. There was something going on in your community or in a friends group that you became aware of and you blew the horn, like how Gabriel blows the trumpet for Judgment Day. Like you brought this out in the open. You called judgment down on somebody. You exposed something. Next to it, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Somebody... So you caught somebody, you became aware or caught somebody doing something. This might have been in your friends group or in your community. Oh, yeah. These people were doing something crooked. I don't know. It's like you caught somebody or became aware of somebody doing something crooked, whether it was just they were being deceptive or trying to steal or backstab or betray somebody. There was some kind of deception going on, but I feel like they weren't able to get away with it because you exposed them or you brought judgment down on these people somehow. I feel this Tower in reverse. I don't think this is your tower. No. No. This is either their tower that they're trying to avoid, or this is a tower that I feel like maybe they were trying to betray someone else. Because we have this Emperor here. This could even be at work. This could have been like a boss. Maybe they were trying to, maybe you knew like some coworkers were trying to steal from a boss or something. But these people are now, I feel like the Emperor, I'm almost seeing like almost like a judge or a boss or an authority right now. These people didn't want to be exposed. Yeah, with the 3 of Pentacles work for, maybe there's like a, maybe they were trying to steal from somebody or they were trying to steal, they were trying to take money from somebody who didn't want to let go. They were trying to take something from somebody who didn't want to let go of something. They were working together to bring an ending to somebody's life. This was a betrayal. It's like they were trying to bring a tower down on somebody. They were celebrating. We have the 3 of Cups twice. This was definitely in the community. I feel like this is maybe, or a group that I feel like maybe they party a lot, drink a lot, celebrate a lot. And it feels like the fast life. What is this Queen of Pentacles? Is this like somebody's wife? Or maybe this was somebody's wife trying to steal from their partner. Or it could be the other way around. Somebody was trying to maybe steal from their partner and you became aware of it and you exposed it. They did not want to be caught trying to take this. It's like almost like somebody got help from people in their community to try to take money, maybe from their spouse. Or maybe even it's like a boss's wife who was trying to like steal from her husband. Or it could be, you know, the husband from the wife. And they were getting help from the community. And somehow, I feel like this is you up here. You see the angel above? Because look at all these threes. There was definitely 3 people involved in doing something shady. And they got caught, or you caught them, or you became aware of it. But there was 3. Because look at 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and then the 3 people down here being judged. I feel this is you blowing the trumpet, bringing the attention, calling this judgment down. You found out something. You became aware of something. You caught somebody doing something. If this is your pile, it's like somebody, maybe somebody wanted to leave their partner, but they didn't want to let go of the money. So they got help from people in the community who they party with or celebrate with to try and help them still to backstab this person, to take their money. And somehow you brought judgment down on these people. They didn't want to be exposed for this. They're not getting their wish fulfillment now. Somehow you did something that's helping somebody. Now this could be you. To walk away in situations where they're not appreciated. Because we have appreciation in reverse and walk away. Either you're walking away from situations where you're not appreciated and somebody was trying to do this to you. Or you became aware of what somebody was doing to someone else and you exposed them because you knew it was wrong. Even if these were people that you considered friends, they might have even been cool with you, but you knew what they were doing was wrong. And so you didn't let them get away with it. You knew they didn't want to be exposed because it's like somebody was trying to hold on to some money. It's like they were trying to end somebody but hold on to the money. And I keep seeing all these 3s. Mouse and wolf. Yeah, it's like you knew these people were preying on somebody. Or they were preying on you. These are people who probably didn't even appreciate you. Why would you sit there and hold water for them? Why would you cooperate? Why would you sit there and turn a blind eye or let these people get over on you or steal from you when they didn't even appreciate you? With this Page of Cups, I feel like some of them might be younger than you. Some of them might even already try to apologize to you. Some of them owe you an apology. These people aren't getting wish fulfillment. It didn't work. That's coming out next to the Page of Cups. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. It didn't go as they wished. They didn't get what they wanted out of this. They definitely didn't. There might be an earth sign involved because I'm noticing both of these are for earth. Or you might be an earth sign. But the way you're changing the world is you're not letting people get away with not appreciating the good things that they have. Like, okay, maybe that didn't come out right. People who don't appreciate you or appreciate the good things they have, but they try to take advantage of it, you're not letting that be done to you or to other people. That's how you're changing the world. And that's huge. Trust me, that's huge, because there's so many people who will be aware of other people doing bad things, but they just, I don't want to get involved, I don't want problems. Well, it's not necessarily guilty by association, but it's like, if you see that's almost a form of abuse. It's like if you know somebody's hurting somebody or doing something that's gonna hurt somebody or be abusive to it, and you just turn a blind eye, it's almost like you're just as bad, because you could have helped prevent that. Wouldn't you want somebody to help you? And so you're one of the people who will stand up. You will use your voice. You will, or you'll stop it. You'll call judgment down on people. You'll blow the horn on them. And that's huge. There's so many people who are just like, oh, well, they're not doing it to me. I don't want problems. No, because one day it will be you, and you would want somebody to help you too. So thank God for the people who do have a voice and use it, right? Thank God. I can't tell you how many times I've had people who have done me dirty, and then I found out later, like, oh, so-and-so knew about it. They're like, well, I just didn't want problems, because I get along with them too. And it's like, you didn't want problems. You didn't want problems. So you're just okay with, it's like you're only as good as the company you keep, right? So I feel like you're also closing out cycles with being involved with people like this as soon as you become aware of what they're up to and who they really are when you see their true colors. You're walking away from people who don't appreciate good things. You're changing the world because you're helping people not fall prey to people who are really like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like a dog. Like I was here. I also, this is how you change the world. This is a huge change. You doing this and preventing these people from victimizing somebody saves lives. It creates a ripple effect. It's like, what's that movie, Pay It Forward. It's like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to call this reading the butterfly effect, because it's like, I see so many things that end up being like huge butterfly effects and create such a pay it forward type of domino effect. And also it's stopping a cycle of victimization and abuse from people being victimized. Pile 3, I feel there's so many hidden parts of you. There's so much beauty that is hidden. There's so much light, and there's so much light that you reflect onto the world, but I think a lot of people don't know it at first. I don't know if you have this hard shell because you've put it up to protect yourself, or if it's because you're just not going to bear that part of you to anyone, because not everybody's worthy of it. But I just keep being drawn to the attention of you. Like, you see how this is like, it just looks like, if you look at it like this, it just looks like a regular rock, right? But who would have thought when you turn it over? I don't know if the lighting in here even does this justice. It's so multifaceted and sparkly, and there's so much beauty on the inside. You carry so much light. There's so much glittering, sparkling beauty and light that you have within you, but it's hidden. It's like not everybody gets to see it. But there's like treasure, definitely treasure inside of you. And I'm noticing in this crystal too how you see how it's like the black and the white right here, the contrast. You're integrating your shadow. You've started doing your shadow work. You're getting really balanced on the inside, which makes you very powerful, very spiritual. There's like a casing around you. You're very protected. People can't come in because of this balance on the inside. People can't come in and like shatter you or shake you. It's also, I'm being drawn to the yin yang. You know how it kind of looks like the yin yang, like the, You know what I mean, I think. But yes, you've gained so much balance that you're at a place where you can be the voice of good reason when you're strong and firm enough in yourself to where you can stand your ground and speak up when you see an injustice being done. And that is how you change the world, Pile 3. Oh my God, thank you. Like, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, I can't tell you how bad we need that. It really does create a butterfly effect, a domino effect. It stops a cycle of victimization. It stops the cycle of people being abusive to people who are good to them. Thank you. That's how you change the world, Pile 3. Thank you so much. I'm going to take it to Pile 4 now. Thank you for letting me be your reader today. I hope it resonated. I know these were real today. I don't know what, I haven't looked at where the planets are at today, but they might be somewhere. So it's like I'm getting so many, like the channels I'm getting of these messages are like so specific. I feel like I'm almost like honing in on one specific person. So it's like, then I'm thinking, well, it might not resonate for everyone else. Then I don't know. I don't know, but I hope it resonated. Thank you for watching. And yeah, if you haven't, like and subscribe if you feel called to. I'd love to see you here again. I'm going to go ahead and take it to Pile 4. Hi. Pile 4. If you chose this crystal, the rock crystal, Pile 4, this is your reading. How you change the world, or how your world is changing. So we're going to get right into it. First 3 piles were like so specific that I just knew there was like no way that could be for everybody to be like that specific. So we're going to see how this pile is. If this is another one that's like, I don't know why they're coming out so specific today. I feel like each pile, I feel like I'm honing in onto like one person's story because they're that specific. So I don't know. We'll see how your pile is. If it is that specific and this isn't your story, maybe pick another pile, or this just might not be the reading because today I don't know what's going on, but I just feel like there's no way with as specific as the stories are, it could be for like so many people, but we will see. So let's get right into it, Pile 4. Okay. All right. Pull these cards. Ooh, breaking through illusions. Beautiful. Okay, let me just pull these cards, Pile 4, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I see. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh. Okay, 1 second, Pile 4. I'm almost there. Okay. Oh. Okay, so Pile 4, you changed the world. There's a lot of specifics in here, but there's some things that I think we'll be able to touch on a more broad level too. You change the world because you're capable of seeing beyond the veil. You're capable of seeing through illusions and moving forward through illusions. You can see through illusions and move forward. You are able to show people how to move forward past illusions, how to spot. You can see an illusion and you know how to move forward through it. You know how to, because you're able to see beyond the veil. With this 7 of Cups here, I'm being highlighted to right here at the top. This, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's like a woman with a veil on, and it's the first thing sticking out to me. So you're able to see through illusions because you could see past. It's like you see through the veil. You see past the illusions. You move forward past them. You help people who are stuck and who don't see the illusions. You show people how to get out of that place of being. We're all in some sense a wounded warrior. You know, at some point we've been that wounded warrior in some area of our life. all of us, because we all have Chiron somewhere in our astrological chart. You know, there's some area of our life where we are the wounded warrior. You specifically are able to help people not stay in a stuck, wounded place, where they're staying in a place where they're being, it's more damaging to them, it's more painful and harmful to them to stay. You're able to help people to move forward from that, because you can help them to move forward past the illusions. You help show them what's keeping them stuck and what they need to cut out in order to move forward. You show people how to reclaim that authority back of their life and get back on top. Because you've done this yourself. You're doing this yourself. You also then show people how to, after coming from that space, and this is all because you do it too. You've done it too. You're doing it too. To come to a place of finding that balance again after going through something hard, helping people to see through the veil of where they were, you know, stuck in some kind of an illusion, so that they can move forward and not stay in a wounded place. What needs to be cut out so they can find balance again and get back to working on their life so they can find new opportunities. Also, I'm seeing here, aside from that, I can't help but notice here, we have the Justice card next to the Six of Cups, and especially, oh God, in reverse. This almost makes me want to tear up. On this Justice card, this is called Tarot of the New Vision. And it's almost very similar to the Vice Versa Tarot deck, where it gives you a perspective of how something looks from the other side, if you're viewing it from the other side of the tarot card. And on this one, behind the Justice, the Lady Justice who stands there and her, with the blindfold on, the sword and the scales, it's showing behind the Justice a family, and they're holding a baby, and it's in reverse next to the Six of Cups. At some point you might have gone through something where you had to deal with maybe child services, or you know people who are dealing with going through some kind of possible family crisis where they're dealing with child services. And you are able to come in and offer these people help. Oh God, this is beautiful. I got chills all over. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it from there, probably not, but yeah, like you do something that helps give people a new opportunity. People who are in a really wounded space, you help them. Are you like a social worker or something? I don't know, there's something you do, or you've dealt with this yourself. Maybe even as a child, you might have even been somebody who is the product of, your parents at some point lost custody of you. And now you do things to try to help people. Or if you have friends who go through that, or know people go through that, you're able to offer help. Whether it's you help them out financially so they don't lose their kids, or you help them to get their kids back, or there's something here, I can't help it, with the Six of Cups, the children, and next to the Justice in reverse with the children. Yeah. You help with the Lovers. You help people get back to their heart, to come back together as a family, I feel. See how I'm saying this is so specific? Like, this is so specific. I almost feel like this is like reading for one specific person. And it might be, and that's okay. People who have had a hard time gaining authority over their life, who have lost possibly their family to the authorities. Yes. Oh my God. Because it's almost like if that happened, it's because this can also sometimes be intoxication influences. You could even possibly be somebody who helps people in, oh my God, you might help people get sober. Especially people who need to get sober because they lost their kids. Oh my God, on this card, the Lovers, right here, it says MA for Major Arcana, but when I looked down, it looked like an NA with a circle. And as somebody myself who fought addiction and gratefully made my way out of that. Gratefully made my way out of that. You might be somebody who is even possibly an active member in NA or AA. You might, some of you might have been sober for up to 6 years. I'm being drawn to the 6 right there. You help people to be able to be strong enough to get away from temptation, the illusions of being possibly under the influence or other toxic things, so that people who have lost authority of their lives and maybe even had problems with the authorities or had problems losing their, with their families getting involved in the justice system. You help them find a new opportunity, a new beginning. You help them to, oh my God, this is such a clear message. People who are running away from their problems, who were like in a really dysfunctional, toxic, either living situation, family situation, who are running from their problems, running from their responsibilities. You help them to stop running and to go within to their heart space to have a new beginning, so they can cut out what's toxic and let go of attachments that are the attachments that are holding them down from ascending and moving forward. You help them, you show them how to do the work to find balance again. Do you see how specific this is? Am I crazy? No, well, kind of sometimes, but this is so specific. The rock crystal. I feel like when I look at this right now, I'm seeing in this, I don't know if you could see it, I don't know if the lighting's good enough, but I'm being drawn to this like little triangle right here, and it's reminding me, at first I thought, what is that, like a tent, a teepee, and then I thought it kind of looks like the nativity. Brings me back to family. And then I look at this and I don't know how big of a nerd I am and how old I am, but this right here, the way these crystals are coming out, it reminds me when I was younger and I used to watch like the old episodes of Superman, and it would like show like where he came from in the stars. I think if I remember correctly, it looked like it was all made of crystal. There's something superhuman about you. You do something that helps save lives. And then, yeah, because remember, wasn't Superman like, wasn't he like taken from his family? Like he as a child, small child, where they were, it was like not safe for him, so they sent him to Earth away. He was like, there's like so much being like highlighted here about something about children being taken from their family. Maybe even as a child you were taken from yours, or if you weren't, maybe your family just wasn't around much, and you somehow worked through that, and now you help other people to do that too, so they can move forward with their lives and be happy and healthy and have a happy family and be good, so they can be a good, like, happy, healthy family, whether it's good parents or just healthy for themselves. It's what I feel so strongly here. And then I feel like I'm being drawn to, like, on the bottom of this, there's so many sides to you. You're so multifaceted. And there's like, it looks almost like gold in here. I'm hearing Philosopher's Stone. You're very polished from all the experiences you've had. You hold so much light, so much knowledge, so strong. There's something, yeah, it's like almost like savior or superhuman about you. And you help lead people out of this dark, broken place. And I really feel it's because you've done it yourself, because you've been through it. And you help do that so that people can let go of the attachments and show them what needs to be cut out, so they can ascend and move forward with their lives and have a beautiful new beginning, to birth something new. Oh my God, this was beautiful. Pile 4, this is how you change the world. I loved this pile. This was beautiful. Thank you. Very specific again. So I know this might not be for everybody, but for who it's for, thank you. This does create a butterfly effect. I might call this reading the butterfly effect, because every single one of these I feel like is either it's something that causes a butterfly effect because it stops some kind of pattern, something that somebody does, whether no matter how minute or small it was, it feels like it stops a pattern of negativity or low vibrational activities or even criminal activities or abuse or drug use. So thank you for that. Pile 4, this is how you change the world. I'm going to go ahead and take it to pile 5. Oh, by the way, my name is Julia, if I didn't introduce myself yet. Thank you for letting me be your reader. Hi, pile 5. If you chose the selenite obelisk, pile 5, this is your reading. How you change the world, or how your world is changing. So let's get right into it. I can't lie, I feel like the first 4 piles were so incredibly specific. I feel like I was like honing in on like one person's story. We'll see if your pile is like that too. So maybe this reading might not be for a lot of people, because I don't know how it could be, because it feels like so specific, like these things that I feel like it's probably for only like one. Each pile might only be for one person, I don't know. Let's see how your pile comes out. If it's not your story and none of it's resonating, you can try picking another pile. We're gonna see what comes out. So thank you for being here. Oh, by the way, my name is Julia. Thank you for letting me be your reader today. Let's see what you got, pile 5. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, let me pull these cards and I'll tell you what I see. Okay. Ooh. Also, I feel the need to tell you, there is also the other chance that if some of this doesn't resonate, it could be for some of you. I'm hearing that some of this might not have happened yet. These are things that are to take place. So some of it might have happened already, but let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so here's what we have, pile 5. Let's get right into it. Yeah. Okay. Pile 5, this is how you change the world. You help show people who have lost their way, who are no longer on their path. It's like you help people to come out of depression, people who have gone through loss and lost their way. You show them how to get back on how to get back into. I feel like this is because you've done this. This is something you've experienced. You've gone through, you've been to the point where you've been depressed and experienced a lot of loss, and it's like, I want to say even lost your way, or was in a dire need of healing, and you did the hard work. It's like you did the work to get balance back into your life and find balance, and now you're able to help other people do that as well. You show people from the things that you've experienced, you're able to show people how to do that too, how to come out of the dark place. You've mastered the art of learning how to stop and take a pause and look at things from a higher perspective so you can have the strength to move forward. You also this is where it gets specific. Oh God, pile 5. There was at some point where somebody did something incredibly horrible to you. This person betrayed you. They might, oh God. They sat back, it's like they sat back and watched you burn. Somebody did something extremely painful to you. This was like an extreme betrayal. It was like a major ending for you. And this person sat back and watched. It's almost like the person watching, it feels like they're on their phone. Like they're watching you sit there and not be able to move forward. You might have even been injured, like physically hurt, and somebody didn't help you. They just sat back and watched. They might have even got on their phone and took pictures. Oh my God, here comes my cat. You guys must be special. I might have to pause this to come let the cat in. Give me just 1 second, because she'll start meowing. She wants to be a part of your reading. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, sorry, Pile 5. I had to let my baby in the room. Say hi, Venus. Say hi. I love you all. Oh, you want your back scratched. I know it. Let me finish this reading, and then Mommy will give you cuddles. Go on, baby. Go on. Go over there. Sorry. Okay, I'm back, Pile 5. I apologize for that. Yeah, somebody did something incredibly painful to you and then just sat back and watched you suffer. And if this hasn't happened yet, I feel you're gonna write about it, or you're gonna do something. It's like turning your pain into your gain, because and I think, honestly, I think you should. I think you should communicate about what happened to you. I think you should talk about it. I think you have every right to talk about it. I think if people didn't want to... Don't you pee on that! Oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't believe you just did that. My cat just marked her territory on a towel. I am so sorry for interrupting your reading right now. Wow, she never does that. Everything has a meaning. This person shit on you. They basically shit on you. This person didn't give two flying about how bad they hurt Venus, and then they just tried to bury it up like they did nothing. I can't believe my cat just did that. She never does that. She always goes in her litter box. She really just went on a towel. I apologize. No more interruptions. But I don't know if you could see because of how far the camera is, but on this 10 of swords, this man is sitting here with 10 swords in his back. And if you look behind these swords, there's a man here. He's cloaked and his head's kind of down, almost like he's on his phone, and he's just sitting back there doing nothing while this man is down. He's not going to help him. Then, interestingly enough, we got this card next to it. Yes, I know this is like the little intro cover card or whatever, but I'm taking this as like a cover. It's like the cover for the cards. And look what's on it. Is it not that man in the cloak in the background? You might write about what this person did to you. Make a book, make a song, do a podcast, a vlog. But you might tell your story, publish it somehow even, of what this person did to you, because you telling your story will help others. And this will be one of the ways on how you help the world and you change the world. Because your story will touch people. So that's why I'm saying a lot of this is very specific. You might not have done this yet, but this might be a future event for you. If you've been thinking about it, she's going to turn the music off. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have let her in. I'm sorry about the interruptions, you guys. I really am. Maybe you've thought about doing something like this, but there's been a lot of interruptions or distractions in your life. Or it's, you know, maybe this is the first time you're thinking about it, hearing it right now. I think you should. I think you should. If people didn't want to be written about badly, they should have behaved differently. They should have behaved better, right? Right? People know what they did. People know how wrong they are. They do. They might regret it later, they might apologize later, but it's still your story to tell. Yep, she turned it off. Sorry. yeah. I see this being like on a cover of a book, like what this person did to you. You might publish it somehow, or speak about it, talk about it. You're meant to, yeah. I mean, look, we have communication down here. You're supposed to tell your story about what this person did to you. Also, you are learning how to give to yourself and love yourself. You're learning how to not jump into, I feel like it's like you're not just jumping into anybody who comes in. This might have been somebody you were in a relationship with. Yeah. You're learning now to not just jump into anything and start or get into relationships with the first thing that comes. Like you're not going to just, because this Ace of Cups being in the reverse next to this Fool, you see how this is, you know, and oh, my right ear just started ringing. Yeah, this is coming in from your spirit guides. You see how, and this is from the tarot of the New Vision. It's like the vice versa, where you're seeing it from, you're getting a perspective from the other side of the card. And this card, she turned the music back on. She's never done that before. Oh yeah, this is coming in from your guides. She's not even actually near the computer. The music turned back on its own. That's wild. We might be having a paranormal experience right now. Okay, let me get into that. This must be important. Yeah. You see this, so from this view, the Fool, before he jumps into something, because the Fool is about, yes, it's about taking a leap of faith. Sometimes it's about jumping into things without having all the information. Sometimes the universe says in the Fool card, you can get the energy that, yes, it's good to take a leap of faith. In this card, not so much. You see, he's jumping into something, but what's this in the background? It's a volcano exploding. So you're learning not to just jump into things like relationships right away until you know, I think, more about the people, because you've learned that just sometimes jumping into things with people can bring an explosive situation. It ends up blowing up in your face sometimes because it ends up not being what you thought it was going to be, or what people said it was going to be, or made it look like it was going to be. And so you've learned, and see how the dog isn't even following off the cliff. The dog wasn't loyal. You're learning that not everyone's loyal. You've learned that, and now it's like you're able to help show other people that too, to wait it out. You've learned to wait it out for solid offers to get your wish fulfillment and get what you deserve, to have a solid foundation. Because you've learned how to heal and come out of the such heavy depressive things because of things that have happened to you. Betrayals. People who have tried to steer you off your path. And you've learned, you know, how to make the sacrifice of taking a pause and taking a break and waiting until you're strong enough and balanced enough, and to do the hard work so that you can have the rewards and be balanced after coming through some kind of betrayal like this. And the way you change the world is you're meant to communicate this. If you haven't done it yet, I'm telling you now, you should. I'm pretty sure you will. You might already, but you are meant to sing a very powerful song. Nightingale, this is all about truth, a powerful voice. You have a powerful voice, and that means because you have a powerful truth to speak. You have a powerful story to tell. This will be something that will help people. You getting through all this and coming out, you've come out stronger than ever. You've mastered some mind mastery here. You see through illusions now. You know what is not something good to jump into. You've learned to pause and take a break and step back and say, no, I'm going to wait for a solid offer. This person is somebody wasn't loyal to you, and they betrayed you so badly and then sat back and didn't help you when you were down bad. And this was so painful. I mean, this was something that was such a horrendous betrayal. You could write about it, and people would buy it, people would listen, people would hear, people would be awestruck by your story. You've learned also, the way you teach the world is you teach people how to speak up and say no when they want to. Because you know some people don't like to say no. Because I don't want to be mean. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. No, you've learned boundaries. You've learned the art now of taking your time, making sure things are solid and good and firm foundations. Not jumping into things foolishly with people who really don't have much to offer and who end up betraying you and hurting you. This is really feeling very much like the narcissist empath. You're probably somebody who is very giving, very loving, gave a lot to people who were not loyal, to who were very abusive, toxic, narcissistic. Who preyed on the fact that you were nice, and it's like they knew you'd be nice and good and say yes. And you've learned to say no when you want to and not feel bad. To make sure it'll be an equal give and take. You have a very, very powerful story to tell. You are meant to tell it. It'd be wonderful if you even wrote it. I'm feeling getting really big book vibes here. You've acquired so much spiritual strength. With this selenite obelisk, and I love selenite, if you haven't noticed my little selenite ball here. This is all about clarity, the obelisk. This is reminding me of, what is that? In New York, why was I just say Eiffel Tower? No. What's that tall building? I just drew a blank. I know what it's called. It'll come to me in a second. I'm getting tired now. The cat just kind of shook me a minute ago. But you have a much. What I'm getting from this is you have a higher perspective. You have clarity and a higher perspective and a clear sight on things, and you're able to give clarity to people because you have such a clear insight on things. You do see things from a higher perspective, and you do see things so clearly because of everything you've gone through, this experience. It's made you much wiser. You do see things, and you're able to give that clarity to people because you do have a strong voice. You have crystal clear insight. You see things from such a higher perspective because all the experiences you've been through have shaped you. And you're meant to share this higher perspective and higher insight with other people to help them find clarity in their lives. If you're not doing it already, you will. Then it will be how you change the world. Your story is meant to touch people. Or you're at least meant to help share how you got through some of the situations that were so excruciatingly painful and you made it through. And that will touch people and give them hope and strength to pull through what they're going through. People will be, I'm hearing shock and awe. People will be in shock and awe over what you've overcome and what you've survived. For someone very specific here, I almost feel like somebody left somebody to die practically. Sat back and didn't even call for help. Didn't help, didn't call for help, just sat back and did nothing. He was like, yeah, well, I'm on, playing on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. While somebody's like practically on their deathbed. Like maybe somebody fell, somebody was in an accident, something. And somebody who was probably a loved one just sat back and did nothing. Didn't call ambulance, it's like they were just going to let you fucking die. And you survived. And you are meant to share that story with people because it is going to touch lives. Very specific again today. Interesting. I hope this resonated. If it didn't, hey, you can try another pile, or maybe this reading might only be for just a select few because every pile felt so specific today. But I hope it did resonate for someone. Thank you for letting me be your reader today. My name is Julia. I hope I see you in another reading. Y'all have a good one.